Morgan. How has this been for you? Concept discovery up till this point.
Okay, so I found the workshop the most valuable part of the process, and I think that's because we had dedicated time and being in the same room, we were able to be more creative and get more traction in what we were doing. So I found the 1 hour Zooms were really good and we got things done, but you lose some momentum and you're not in the same room, you haven't got the relationships, it's more challenging.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt more alone during that part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when we're all in the room, we're doing it together, it was a lot more collaborative, which I think is a good thing. I liked that yesterday you took our feedback on board around the fact that we need to hop up and go for a walk and that sort of thing, so you incorporated it into today, so it made us feel heard, and I think we were more productive after we'd had those little breaks. Because people do work differently.
Yeah.
I like the visual aspect of having the things up around the room. It's a lot easier to work that way.
Show that. Yeah.
And it kept us on track, so you could refer back to what we'd done at another time and take that into account when you were thinking about things. I liked being able to work with Daniel to do a task while Tash worked with Frida. I think that was very productive, and we actually got to get some of the work done. So while Tash rated you a 10, I'm probably at an 8.5 because I want the last bit. I want the scope, I want the wireframes, I want all the bits, and then I'll go, oh, it's lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at in your own role, when you look at the potential and the value and the future of this business, how do you feel?
Huge. It's huge. There is so much potential, but there is also so much to do, and I need to keep in mind that it's part of a group of businesses and other parts. So we're not a large corporate. Tash is a person and she has a family and other commitments and other businesses and other priorities. So I think it can be easy to get carried away with the excitement and the potential of what it is. So I try to always keep it in mind with what else is going on, so we're realistic. I think the risk comes in if we lose the realistic vision of what we're doing and just get carried away, that's when it's all going to fail.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about your role personally?
Oh, good, excited. I think it will be a challenge. There is a lot of learning, and not just from my perspective, but also bringing the team along with what we need to do and where we need to go. So, Tash is very excited and you're happy to just go, yeah, whatever. Like if that's what you have to do, whereas David and Mark will want to know, well, why are you doing that? What's the detail? So I think there's going to be a lot of internal education to actually get some of this stuff to move forward.
Okay. Overall value of the entire process, on a 0 to 10, is it 8.5?
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
But
cool.
if you ask me after the end, when you deliver the little package, it will be higher.
Cool. Excellent. We know what we got to do. What would you say to someone considering? They have an idea.
Yep.
What would you say to them? Could they, when they're considering going through concept discovery process that we take people through?
I would encourage them to do it. I think it is very beneficial. I don't know how you could move forward without doing a process like this, but I think they also need to be aware that it's painful and you question your own value as part of the process. If you can't understand how to do a press release or whatever, there's definite pain points where you question your abilities. But we get to the end of this workshop and we go, oh, fabulous, we can do it, and there is value in here, and you were able to pull that out and actually give it some structure. I would definitely do it.
Cool. Anything else you would add? Any feedback you have for us to improve? Anything that I do personally, or we as a team, we do?
No, I think I agree with Tasha's feedback, but I also think that when we give you feedback, you take it on board and incorporate that. So I think that's a really important piece, because everyone you work with will have different needs.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps it's framing up front. How do you best work?
Yeah.
What do you need to be productive?
Yeah.
Is a potential.
Great.
Otherwise, it was really good.
Cool.
Warn me when you're going to do video so I can put my lipstick on beforehand.
Yes, that's an important detail that I, as a man, always
Brush
forget.
my hair.
Anything else you would add, Morgan?
No, not at this stage.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank